Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so we're diving into some big Spider-Man news today.
Yep, definitely.
We've got a new live-action movie on the horizon, and then another animated Spider-Verse adventure coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I think our mission today is to kind of cut through all the headlines and figure out what does this all mean for Spider-Man on screen?
Absolutely, yeah. And these two projects, they're coming out relatively close to each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see how they evolve the character of these two different formats.
Okay, so let's swing right into it, starting with the live-action news first.
Okay.
We now know that the fourth Tom Holland Spider-Man film is titled Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Okay.
And it's coming out July 31st, 2026.
Wow.
I mean, that's, after the impact of the last three movies, it's huge news for fans.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the previous films were so successful, and I think a big part of that was how they focused on Peter Parker's struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Alongside the superhero stuff, they really showed his relatable, grounded side.
Yeah.
And I think that emotional core is going to be really important for this next film, too.
Well, and what's really got me interested is they got Destin Daniel Cretton to direct it.
Oh, wow.
He did Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Right.
And that movie was just visually stunning.
Yeah.
The action sequences were so well done. And he really balanced that with, the characters, you know? So I'm curious, how is his style going to influence a Spider-Man movie?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cretton's really good at creating these action sequences that are exciting but also really emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also great at exploring the internal lives of his character. So we might see a Spider-Man film that goes even deeper into Peter's personal challenges.
Yeah, right.
And still delivers those spectacular set pieces, but with a fresh visual style.
Yeah, definitely. And, we can't forget about the whole Tom Holland and Zendaya thing.
Oh, right.
I mean, their chemistry is just undeniable, both on screen and off screen.
It's electric.
Yeah, it's a huge part of why these movies are so successful.
Absolutely. I mean, that relationship, it's like an emotional anchor for the whole story.
Yeah.
The audience is totally invested in their dynamic, and it's become like a defining element of this Spider-Man saga.
Yeah, and the new film title, Brand New Day, it kind of makes you wonder how their relationship is going to evolve.
Yeah, what's next for them after everything that happened.
Exactly. Okay, so now let's switch gears a bit and talk about the animated Spider-Verse.
Okay.
So we have another one of those movies coming out June 4th, 2027.
Wow.
And those films have just been a phenomenon.
They really have.
I mean, critically acclaimed and huge box office successes.
Yeah.
And I think it just shows that there's this hunger for fresh takes on these characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
The animation style was groundbreaking.
It really was. They opened up all these new possibilities for animated movies.
Exactly. And I think the multiverse aspect and the meta-narrative, they really resonated with audiences too.
Yeah, I mean, it's exploring all these different versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about what it means to be a hero.
So here's what I'm really curious about.
What's that?
We've got this live-action continuation and then the animated sequel.
Right.
And they're coming out pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
So what does this dual approach tell us?
Well, I think it shows that they want to cater to a wide range of Spider-Man fans.
Uh-huh.
The live-action films, they maintain that continuous narrative within a specific cinematic universe.
Yeah.
But then the animated Spider-Verse, it allows for more experimental storytelling.
Right.
They can explore alternate realities and push visual boundaries in ways that you just can't do with live action.
Yeah, it's they're two distinct but equally valid expressions of Spider-Man.
Exactly.
You've got one that's grounded in a familiar reality, and then another that's just boundless in its potential.
I like that.
And they appeal to different things that draw people to Spider-Man. One might focus on Peter Parker's personal journey, while the other explores the vastness of the Spider-Verse and all these different heroes.
Yeah, like Miles Morales.
Yeah, exactly. So to sum it all up,
okay,
we've got Spider-Man, Brand New Day in July 2026, directed by Destin Daniel Cretton.
Okay.
continuing Tom Holland's story.
Right.
And then in June 2027, we jump back into the Spider-Verse for another visually stunning and narratively ambitious adventure.
Exactly. It's going to be a really exciting time to be a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 major cinematic events.
Yep.
So this leaves us with like a really interesting thought.
Okay.
With these 2 universes unfolding, they're separate, but they're also kind of connected.
Mm-hmm.
What other parts of Spider-Man's character or his world or even just the idea of a hero, you know?
Yeah.
What else could we see explored in the coming years? I mean, it feels like we're just scratching the surface here.
It really does.
So much potential.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
Me too.
This is going to be fun.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.